Hi everyone, I'm going to answer a question from a viewer, and the question has to do with outpatient treatment. The question is, I'm scared that I need to go to outpatient and I'm not sure how to tell my parents. Also, I don't know how to do that plus play softball and school. I cannot quit softball because I have worked so hard and I need to go to school. So, I have a couple of things to say about this, but the first thing that I want to say is I made a video for the Freedom Fighters Eating Disorder Recovery collaboration that I'm a part of, and it had to do with certain aspects of this question, so I'm going to post the link to that video, so it kind of further answers a few things. Some of it will apply, some of it won't, but hopefully you can find it helpful and I don't have to rehash everything and repeat myself. For those of you who don't know, I participate in this eating disorder recovery collaboration, and my day is Wednesday. Wednesday Warriors is with me, and you can find my videos on that collaboration. The channel is We Are Freedom Fighters, and I will post the link to that in the information box along with this video, so you can check that out if you so desire. There are a lot of great people on that collaboration channel. We post amazing videos every single week, so if you need a little boost of encouragement or advice or support with something, it's a pretty good place to go. Well, the first thing that I want to say about outpatient and basically telling your parents is the time is now. If you think you need this, you think you need this for a reason, and it's never going to feel like a good time to tell your parents something that is this big. So bite the bullet, take the leap, tell them. Go into it being prepared, knowing that it's not going to be easy, knowing that you'll probably get a bunch of questions, knowing that it's going to be a little bit scary, but probably all of these thoughts of telling your parents are probably a lot scarier than the actual telling itself, and usually what you're going to feel is a sense of relief after you do tell them your needs. The other thing about outpatient in regards to this question is this particular viewer was saying that, you know, they can't give up school, obviously. They can't give up softball because they've worked so hard. There's always going to be something in our lives that we can't give up, and you have to remember that if you want to keep living your life to the fullest and you want to be able to do these things that you love, like softball, sometimes you're going to have to stop and take a break and help yourself. And it might be a hard decision, but most of the time you'll find that it's really the best decision that you could have made. And I know it's really difficult to give up things that you've worked so hard for, but you can still go to school and do outpatient services. Outpatient doesn't mean you are somewhere every second of the day. If you have to sort of amend your school schedule in order for you to do outpatient, it's possible. There are a lot of outpatient programs at hospitals or other facilities that work with students. So if you're in high school, they'll work with you. I mean, they can do several hours of outpatient, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock every day. They can do outpatient that are only 3 days a week. There are outpatient programs where you can go to school for half of the day, and the other half of the day you can go to the outpatient services. And obviously you're going to have to make up a lot of work because you would be missing some of school, but it would still be possible to continue going to school. There's more options out there than you probably realize. Don't forget that you have options. There are a lot of things you can research, and as soon as you let your parents in on it, they can help you figure out what you need to do to still make the most out of your life outside of the outpatient, and still do as many things as you want to do. As far as things like softball that are not as necessary as school, you have to remember that in order to be able to keep playing softball, you might have to take this break to help yourself. You're going to hear a lot of things about college students, for example, that they feel like they cannot do inpatient programs or they cannot do outpatient programs because they're in college, and they don't want to give up all that hard work of getting into the school, of all of the tests and papers and classes that they've taken thus far. They don't want to take a break. They want to graduate on time. They want to do this and they want to do that. And that is a really serious thing. I mean, not that softball isn't serious. It's a very serious thing. Don't get me wrong, but college is furthering your education. There's a lot of work, 24 hours a day sometimes, that goes into that process. And people feel like they can't do outpatient because of that. But guess what? Sometimes they have to in order to be able to keep going to school, to keep going to college, and, figuring things out in that way. Because you're not going to be a good softball player. You're not going to be able to perform to the best of your ability if you're sick, if you're not getting the right amount of help that you need. If you take a break and you do outpatient, then you can come back, and next year when you play softball, you're going to be on top of your game. You're going to be feeling better. You're going to be healthy mentally and physically and emotionally. And it really might not seem like the best thing now, but later on it will make sense. You have to look at the bigger picture. You can't pinpoint at everything you want to do right now and think that there is no solution. I mean, there are people that have very busy lives, people that have children, adults that have children, and they think, I can't leave my children for X amount of hours a week to do outpatient, but sometimes you just have to. Like I said earlier in the video, you have to bite the bullet and take the leap and do it. Do something for yourself in order to better yourself so that you can live your life to the fullest, that you can take care of your children, so you can play softball, so you can go to school, so you can be healthy. Things that are important to us sometimes have to take a back burner. Our health is our priority. Without our health, we have nothing. You have to repeat that to yourself. Without your health, you have nothing. It's scary to take a step like filling your parents in on your needs and doing outpatient and giving things up, but it's probably for the best if you have this thought in your mind that you might need outpatient. If you're even asking this question, you probably know that you might be in a little bit over your head, that you need some kind of help that you're not getting. Again, outpatient programs, depending on which one you can look into, may work with you, even with softball. I don't know. I mean, I don't know all the specifics, but you might have to fill your coach in a little bit. I don't know if that makes you too uncomfortable, but that is an option as well. Talking to your coach and saying, I'm going to do this outpatient program for my eating disorder. I'm in recovery, and I want to take care of myself, and I want to stay healthy so I can play, and the outpatient program is 3 days a week, or the outpatient program is 2 days a week. I'm only going to be able to go to practice the other 3 days of the week, or the other 2 days of the week. And, it's not the ideal scenario, but given the situation, the coach might give you leeway to do what you need to do, especially if you do involve your parents. I wish you the best of luck with this. Again, I made another video about actually trying to get the help you need, telling parents when you do talk to either outpatient services or other professionals, maybe that would be a little bit helpful as well. But good luck. I know it's rough.